everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Chiefs going up against the Raiders. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 6 matchup.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
False start, offense.
Tight down. There you go. Watch left. Stop right there. All right, now, lucky 56.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
They'll run the option left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Looking deep for Crabtree. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlighted, wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dives right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
Shotgun now for Carr. Dancing to his left, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Now the rookie from Southern Miss, it's Jalen Richard. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Eric Berry's the textbook definition of ball-hawking safety. You name it, he can do it on the football field.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. Here's Carr to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away.
And that is caught! Touchdown, Raiders! Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the 1st quarter. Now it's time for the 2nd quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll look to throw here. He's got time in the pocket. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The first time All-Pro in 2015, Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
To throw, it's Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look now at the Oakland defense as they get ready. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? Give them 18 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Back to throw. Underneath to Spiller. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there.
They've got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5, and he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7.
Quarterback often has a lot of really good friends on offense to help him do his job, but one of his best friends is anyone who can catch the ball and create yardage after the catch. That run after the catch, the rack, and the ability to break a tackle.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chris Jones, the rookie from Mississippi State, in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Card out a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain. A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
That's complete right around the 8. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And now here comes Kansas City. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No, I would tell my offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
On the run, it's Ware. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And the first carry for the former Clemson Tigers, C.J. Spiller. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I thought Derek Carr had a magnificent rookie season in 2015. The one little blemish, though, popped it up 10 times.
Yeah, it's not taking care of the football to the best of his ability, but sometimes that's what you get. Risk-reward with an exciting player like Carr.
And it happens a lot to rookie quarterbacks. Speed of the game, how fast they are, and, boy, they quickly get hands in on you and make it tough for you in the pocket.
They'll throw now on the final play. Finding time. That is caught at the 7.
Holding offense.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Raiders are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Chiefs didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Early in quarter one, a quick pass is complete, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Third down at the 11. Pass will be completed over the middle, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. We're tied back up at 7. Raiders have it at the 4. Crabtree's able to get open here, and he finds his mark for the score. Raiders up now by 7. Chiefs ball early in the second. The pass ends up being picked off. Smith's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Offense on the field now after the INT. Cook's given a chance here on the screen. And this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. So that'll do it for us. Let's get back out to Oakland now as we turn it back over to Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
This is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll set up to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Janikowski now for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They run again with Ware. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Alan Smith there on the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll drop to throw. Jumps it off for Spiller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our player spotlight. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. Carr now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The NFL sack leader from 2014, Justin Houston, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Carr on the move to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
Nope.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Looking from the gun, it's Carr. Being chased under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. Now Carr, and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll look to throw here. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run it here. Ware. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Jones on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Raiders will take possession. The Chiefs defense making their way back onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Carr. Steps away to his left. Got a man that's complete. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Raiders a 1st down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Dan Williams there to make the tackle.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And it's a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? the guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He gets it to Thomas. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders' new signee from Seattle, Bruce Irvin, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They had the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here.